Hello, and once again, welcome to the second installment of the Empire of Nerd News. I am your host here, the PokéTrooper, and with me today is...
Dr. Snakies? Snakies? More than one snake?
Oh, God. Okay.
No? Okay.
So what's going on, Dr. Snake? What's happening?
Not much, man. I was how I was telling you earlier. So a friend of ours, Beef Supreme, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then Beef Supreme actually told me about a key download that is like on sale instead of a $4.99, $1.99 for Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, yeah.
And it pretty much unlocks you to use some other activities for the game, and then actually two guns that is an MP5 and a minigun that is infinite ammo.
Nice.
So straight up fucking beat the second run on Claire under like 4 hours and 30 minutes.
Nice.
Just using the minigun.
Nice.
That shit was badass.
Yeah, infinite ammo always kicks ass.
Dude, hell good. Yeah. Do you remember like the infinite ammo on Resident Evil 4 with the Tommy gun?
Oh, that shit was the best.
Beautiful.
Okay. Beautiful. That or infinite ammo on Metal Gear when you get the bandana. Ooh.
Resident Evil 4.
Okay, yeah. Tommy Gun's pretty badass.
Tommy Gun's badass.
You didn't have to actually load it, but you know, it was fun to do.
Yeah, yeah. Metal Gear Solid, you could kind of sneak away from it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did, man.
So yeah, so anyways, the way we're gonna work this out, we're gonna try something new this week. We're going to split the episode more or less into two parts. Mm-hmm. We're going to do one that we're going to do now, which will be all the news that we're going to cover. And then we're going to do another episode later on. So probably more on our regular schedule. So Friday. So maybe it makes it into a little bit more easier to digest episode. So we're not just throwing everything at you all at once.
Exactly.
So we're going to start with some news. And then later on this week, we'll get into our topic. And this week, we are going to be talking about Resident Evil 3. Specifically the demo. Because the game drops April 3rd.
Hell yeah.
So we'll get into that. But first, we're going to talk about, just a little bit of news. We're going to start off with the whole fact that, GameStop finally closed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really crazy. They've tried to hold on for a long time because, with the whole thing with this beer bug going around. And a lot of states are doing like a shelter in place or like a not necessarily like a lockdown, but in a sense they're advising people to stay home. GameStop was getting away with it by passing out these little flyers trying to say they're essential business and whatnot. But finally, it actually turns out the government actually took away their business license, and so they had to close down all the GameStops.
Yeah. I understand for that, like quote unquote being for the players or like being there for the players.
Yeah.
But like how they did it with Best Buy, because like I actually purchased something over the weekend and I actually had to do like a curb pickup.
Yeah.
So you literally had to buy it online, ask for a curb pickup that is an option up before the checkout, and then I went to Best Buy. They had just like numbers. It didn't really care of the numbers, and then you just sit there. They come up to you, and then it's almost like a old school In-N-Out drive-through, I believe. When you're eating it like to go, but you're getting your
like
stuff.
A Sonic.
Yeah, you go like a Sonic. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I think it's good, especially right now with all this crap going on. Like, we have to be able to keep distance. You don't want to expose yourself to too much.
Yeah.
So I think GameStop was even toying around with the idea of a curbside pickup. Mm-hmm. But that would only work more with like the stores that kind of separate on their own.
Yeah.
You can't really do that with the stores inside the malls.
Nah.
So it could have gone either way, but like I said, they finally pulled the business license, so now all the GameStops are closing. Mm-hmm. And so honestly, dude, a lot of people are saying that GameStop might flop after this.
Might flop. Wow.
So they don't think GameStop could like actually recover from something like this.
Wow. You know what? $1 million idea for GameStop. They should make a GameStop drive-through.
That wouldn't be too bad.
It'll be a menu, LCD screen menu, and you just pick which game you want. You pull it, you buy the game, and boom, dude, you're up and away.
They just gotta downsize. They gotta make a little building like very much like those we'll make your key kiosks or like the old school 1 hour photos where it's just like a little one-man little operation in a parking lot. Yeah. Dude, that's all you need.
It's really now with online sales, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And honestly, GameStop's customer service is complete shit. I've had my worst experiences ever. So it's one of those one shots. It's like if you had the one shot just to buy something and receive it and that's it, cool. But if in the process of returning it, exchanging it, talking to customer service, the worst, bro. The worst.
Yeah, I've had some shitty experiences there too.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, honestly, dude, like, obviously, we all know the whole meme about, you take like your whole collection and give you like $3 for it. So, I mean,
yeah.
I think GameStop, its days might be numbered, dude. I mean, they have a lot of competition with Walmart, Amazon, and then just in general, digital sales. Not a lot of people are buying physical copies anymore, unless it's an actual like special edition.
Yeah.
And even then, it has to be more than just a metal tin.
Mm-hmm. I'm a sucker for hard copies. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we grew up in the era with like cartridges and stuff like that we don't understand what was DLC or what was anything like that. That we had to buy, almost like how we're making jokes when they made like that Halo map 2 with the maps.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a physical copy when I'm sure if it was in our time now, it would just be DLC.
Yeah. So, me personally, I love seeing all my games up on the shelf.
Oh yeah, hands down.
But I mean, nowadays, I mean, we're collecting so much crap, and I mean, dude, like, there's only so much room on my shelf, like, and you know what? Just the quality of games themselves. I mean, we had to go through like a lot of shitty games back in the day, because back then it was kind of like whatever game was out, that's what you got.
Yeah.
And now we're getting a lot more AAA titles all at once. So, I mean, if you're talking about like, okay, now we got The Last of Us and a Metal Gear and a Grand Theft Auto and a Red Dead all in 1 year, that's 4 or 5 games they're picking up.
Yeah.
I mean, just this past weekend we had Doom and Animal Crossing. Like, I want to pick them both up.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of like, well, do I get one digital? Do I get one physical? What do I do?
I think from that debate, if you would try to really break it down, I guess you would try to get the game that will be less of a memory on your console.
Yeah.
Because I would say Doom, get a digital because of the installation, and the Animal Crossing will probably be more softer of a nice storage than not picking up fucking, like, say, right now, like the Call of Duty, I don't even know how many hundreds and gigs it is, that is taking up so much on the PlayStation. I think hopefully we could have those options on like going back and forth like that.
And dude, and that's still just a physical copy of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And that's still like 100 gigs.
Yeah, dude.
Red Dead was still like 100 gigs.
Dude, I had to delete GTA 5.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. So,
but I mean,
I feel the pain, baby.
But yeah, anyway, so I mean, yeah, so hopefully, GameStop kind of makes its way out of it, and hopefully now that they have Reggie Fils-Aimé on it, or Fils-Aimé, whatever how you say his last name.
Yeah, come on, Reggie, you got this, bro.
Former president of Nintendo. Hey, hopefully he can turn this company around. So
come on, bro.
Maybe once all this shit's done and blown over, he's gonna fix his company and bring it back to what it used to be.
Let's do it, bro.
But yeah, continuing on the same subject, more or less, dude. The freaking Olympics are postponed to 2021.
Damn.
Like, that I can think of, there's only one other time that the Olympics were postponed or canceled. That was World War II. I mean, they had them in 1939. They held them in Germany, and at that time they were showing off their power and all this and blah blah blah. 4 years later, they didn't have them. I mean, it was just we're in the middle of a damn war.
Yeah.
So, dude, like, honestly, like, this is such a big issue now that we have to cancel the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean,
poor Goku. he was gonna be the mascot for the Olympics, and now he's not.
Damn it, man! I wonder if he goes Super Saiyan 3. God damn it! Yeah, I mean, we just haven't seen this before, and I think we're just kind of like freaking out in our own different levels.
Yeah,
but we'll be okay. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I feel bad. I'm not so much like, oh, okay, whatever, the Olympics, boo-hoo. We have them every 4 years. We're always going to have them.
Yep.
I feel bad for the actual athletes, the Olympians.
Yeah, because again, their career. Dude, that's their job.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of hard work to get to that level of competition. So now they have to try and one, not only just survive this thing that's going on, but now they have to like maintain their physical health, and a lot can change in here. People get older, man. They can gain weight, they can lose, you know, something in their muscles or just hurt
Yeah,
themselves, you
yeah, it
know.
takes this big stroll on their body. And they're so used to of like just prepping for okay, a week out, a month out, a day out, and then when your body just changes like that, when it's like I think when your mindset is there, and then your body's like, what the hell? Like I thought we were ready,
Yeah.
yeah, like like how you said, weight gain, losing cardio, losing stamina, you losing something
Yeah.
that I'm sure people will be like, I was better last year or
Yeah.
something like that, because I
And
know I
then
think I would say that too.
yeah, and then you got to think about certain like events. They're like very much have to do with outside, like track and field.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
that's outside. A lot of these people aren't going to be able to go, running on their normal routes every day anymore.
Or their trainers, they're out.
Yeah,
Oh man, it's all
dude,
fucked
it's
up.
gonna be hard. And like I said, it sucks because I was gonna bring a lot of like traffic towards Japan. I mean, I have a coworker who was supposed to go. He was actually going to go to Japan the day after the Olympics ended.
Wow.
And I mean, just because of all this, he's canceled his flights, this and that.
What a
He's not
bummer,
going,
man.
and he's
Such a
probably not
bummer.
even going to go next year. So this stuff is just getting crazy, dude.
It's funny because I know like people like take things for granted. When you have something, when you lose it, obviously.
Yeah.
I didn't think this shit was gonna happen. I'm like, man, I take outside for granted. Like I don't think has everybody said that. Like, man, I'm enjoying this view, and you can't even like, just the paranoia, and it's just been
Yeah.
going around the negative vibes, and I hate it.
I would feel the same, but I think I'm such a recluse that I don't even notice outside. So I notice it when I'm at work. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh geez, like yeah, this is a good day, and I'm stuck at work. But when I'm at home, I'm under the blankets.
That is true.
Lights off.
That is true. And I'm totally Mimi's up the ass on that one, man.
But anyways, let's move away from like all that negative stuff.
Yeah,
let's
man,
let's
fuck,
kind of
man.
brighten this shit up.
Brush it off your shoulder,
And
people.
we're gonna talk about a subject that I am very passionate about, and that subject is Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, we got news that Mandalorian season 2 just picked up some very powerful star power to go along with its second season,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be Rosario Dawson,
Dude,
and she is being cast in the role of Ahsoka Tano.
that I think, yeah, that is. I mean, I would say one of the top perfect characters that they picked. That
Yeah,
was dead on.
and you know what?
She's acting great.
What's actually really cool is she's been fan cast for a couple years now. Like
Oh, really?
people have said, like they've asked fans who would you want to play the role of Ahsoka Tano in live action, and a lot of people threw out her name. So like she's been fan cast for a long time now. So I mean, I think that's pretty cool. So people, I mean, you don't really see that too often where it's like, oh, a lot of people all agree like, oh, such and such actor would be perfect in this
Yeah,
role,
yeah.
and they go ahead and get the role. Like you'll see some actors like try to like, hey, I got a petition going, go sign my petition and get me on this role,
Yeah.
this and that.
Yeah.
But no, for someone to actually get this role that chosen by the fans and by the people putting the show together, like that's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
But I mean, like, what do you think, dude? I feel like she's kind of like perfect for the role. I mean, she's got the look. She kind of looks like Ahsoka, but she's got like this really cool attitude. She's got this vibe and energy about her. I think she like fits the role pretty much to a T.
Yeah, she's a really good actor. I mean, like her playing even like in Sin City.
Yeah,
That was great. I think she has like that badass, like that girl power look that
Yeah.
she will fit that character really, really well.
yeah, and I
You
mean,
know?
and she's done so many movies.
And then what was the one with Will Smith that she did that she did like the really sad one, 7 pounds?
Yeah,
Yeah, so like, she they show her emotion side too about, about that story too, that I think she's a great actor, honestly. Like she's actually like a really, really great female actor.
yeah,
That she even played like a younger version of her when she's like like recruited with Anakin Skywalker, and then like she's all just like being cute, like, okay, yeah, well, I'm your new person to train me, and I think she could really pull that off and actually convince you that she has no idea. I mean, she has an idea, obviously, of going into becoming a Jedi.
Yeah.
And then she just becomes this fucking badass person.
yeah. And I mean, the cool thing is this isn't like her, I guess, her first trip into like nerdy stuff. Because I mean, for a long time, dude, she's done the voice of like Wonder Woman.
Oh
in a
wow.
lot of like the DC cartoons. She did Wonder Woman Bloodlines. She was in the Death of Superman, and Return of Superman, the Reign of the Superman. Like, dude, like she did like a lot of like DC stuff too. But I mean, she's also like in she's in Luke Cage. She was in Iron Fist. You know those the shows that were on
Well,
Netflix.
actually, I kind of missed those. I missed those as in like not like I missed them, but I completely did not watch them.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, you kind of had to be like into it at the time.
Really?
I know I tried getting to like Daredevil.
That was good.
It was good, but I think I kind of lost it about maybe like a third of the way
Oh,
into it.
really? That
Yeah,
one in Punisher was good.
I didn't watch Punisher. I meant to. I meant to jump on that. And I
Yeah.
never did.
Same thing with Jessica Jones.
I didn't watch.
I didn't watch it
I
either.
couldn't. I watched one or two, and it wasn't for me.
Really? I thought, yeah, I heard it just mixed reviews, and I just gave him a
Yeah,
chance to not watch it.
but you know what's really funny, dude? Because we're talking about anyways. So dude, it's kind of funny when you think about it because there's actually a movie that she's in. I can't remember what it was, but in a sense, she was actually in the movie with Hayden Christensen, who is
Okay.
who is Anakin Skywalker. So for her to be in that movie with him and then later on come back in a sense as his Padawan
Oh
live
yeah,
action,
yeah.
it's just a funny thing. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie,
Okay,
but I mean it's been forever since I even heard of it.
that's pretty cool.
But dude, what do you think this could mean for like the future of the Mandalorian though?
As in on where he sits in the story, or like on how like progressive he's gonna be for the story.
Like story wise, what do you think? How do you think the addition of Ahsoka Tano is going to affect the Mandalorian's tone overall?
Oh, I would think that he will understand the Jedi.
Yeah,
Because when he was trying to understand like the Force, when Baby Yoda was helping him with with like the Longhorn,
yeah,
he's heard it before, but he hasn't seen it in person. And I think that she's gonna give him a good perspective of like that race,
yeah,
of like the Jedi race. So I think he's just gonna be like, I mean, we've seen him going, arms open with like Baby Yoda, and he's becoming really understanding than just a normal bounty hunter that is that cruel and just doing it for money.
yeah,
So I don't know. I think we'll see still like a badass feel of like a Mondo, but a really understanding one that he would want to work with more people.
yeah.
Definitely.
My only thing is, it is Star Wars, but I mean, we're kind of in an era of Star Wars, at least timeline wise, where there's not Jedi anymore. The Sith are gone.
Yeah.
As far as the whole galaxy knows, Luke Skywalker is the last of the Jedi.
Technically, yeah.
And on top of that, after what happened in the events of Clone Wars, like Ahsoka was kind of like, I'm no Jedi. Like I'm done. The Jedi Order turned their back on her, and she left. And then even to the point that in Rebels, like her lightsabers were white. She was kind of like in this weird,
yeah, that was trans.
yeah, like in this weird like little in between, like not necessarily a Jedi, but definitely not a Sith. She was just a Force user.
Gotcha.
And honestly, dude, I think like that's gonna shift the dynamics of the show as a whole. 'Cause I mean, like I was getting to, like you have a whole wide universe of stories to tell, and I think what people love about the Mandalorian is that it's this little story that we don't get to see too often. We always see the heroes and the villains, the Jedi and the Sith, but we don't see the people in between, or people that get stuck in the middle of everything. We got a taste of it in Rogue One.
I think that's why people love Rogue One.
Yeah.
I love Rogue One.
Because it was like, in a sense, they put the war back in Star Wars. It was like the grunts, the boots on the ground that were like having to do all the fighting, all the dirty work.
Yep.
And then Mandalorian brought it up to a whole other level by showing the whole like scum and villainy side of it. We didn't get to really see the bounty hunters at work. We seen a little bit of it in Clone Wars, but even then, like there was still like the shadow of the Force behind everything.
Yeah.
Like there was still a Jedi or a Sith not too far behind.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think, I personally don't want to see the Jedi or the Sith get kind of pushed into it. Like I kind of want to keep this separate, in a sense, from like the world of that the side of the Force, Know what I mean? Like we have Jedi's, we have Sith, and then now with what's Disney's new project, the High Republic?
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have all sorts of Jedi and Sith coming out the ass, dude. Like it's gonna be ridiculous. But with the Mandalorian, you get the seedy underside, dude. You get to see like like the Skid Row of the galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you see all the homeless dudes and they're all scrounging around for food and shit, and then you got all the guys over here just trying to make a fucking dollar.
Yep.
Taking any job they can to go and make a name for themselves sometimes. But I mean, I don't know. Like I kind of want to hope they don't go too much into like the Force side of Star Wars with this.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's almost like just like how you said, just like a side story of their living when all the shenanigans is happening, but just nothing too connected to that.
Yeah,
because it just seems
yeah.
like if we've seen it already happen all over.
Yeah,
and over
dude,
and over.
we've seen the Force and all that. Like we understand, and I think.
Oh, I understand the Force.
And I feel like this is like a weird transitional area for Star Wars because this is the end of between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And this is when, the Jedi were stories. Luke Skywalker's off in hiding. The Emperor and Darth Vader are dead. The Empire's dying. Like, I think it'd just be really interesting to see, like, okay, like, we might have a Force user in Baby Yoda, and we might have Ahsoka showing up, but maybe kind of, like, keep it toned down and not as much lightsabers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like keep it like that old west, no shoot 'em up kind of style.
I see what you mean.
I think it'd be cool.
I see what you mean.
And what's actually a really other interesting point is, so like I was saying, like we're gonna have a bunch of these little crossovers from like Clone Wars and all that.
Yep.
And at the end of Mandalorian, if you haven't seen it yet, was the Darksaber.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's gonna. I have a feeling that's gonna be really prevalent in the next season. But one thing they didn't really touch on, they kind of snuck it in there, and if you blink, you missed it. But you actually see a Mandalorian that's kind of very much the look of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm wondering, like, do you think they're going to bring him in somehow? Like he was just very in and out real quick in that scene.
Yeah. So I would think that if he does make an appearance, because the only appearance that we did see in the old school films is just Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah, Return and Empire.
Okay, so then I would think if they show him in Mando, I don't know, man. I'm like thinking about the timeline right now, and it'll be a shocker, but I'm gonna be like, wait, why are they showing him? But I'm sure it'll be like a good little like
Yeah,
a good little cameo. But yeah, but it's almost like how you said too. I hope they just don't shove you all these old characters and just say and not really focus more on the story, because I think I love Mondo's story.
Yeah.
Of like who he is, what he does, what he becomes to love, and but you're right though. I just hope they don't jab you with all this old school classic stuff, which is cool, but
Yeah.
I think for this concept for being new, almost like Rogue One, it was great, man.
Yeah, like it needs to continue this line of their whole. It's parallel to the story of Star Wars,
Yeah.
but it's its own contained story. Like it doesn't have to do with Darth Vader and the Emperor and Luke and all this. Like their names might be coming up in passing, but for the most part, everything is its own thing.
Yeah, which is great actually.
And getting back to the topic of Boba Fett, I mean, like, so the last thing we seen was when this fool went down into the pit, and the Sarlacc got him and pulled him in, and and then we have all the after stuff where he blew up the Sarlacc, he climbed out, and he continued on his life in a sense.
Yeah,
There's books about that. I think would be really interesting. It would be badass. Would be if they brought back they went and retconned Boba Fett and made him into a clone.
Okay.
So like obviously a clone without the accelerated aging or the extra stuff. And if I remember, Mandalorian is supposed to be about maybe like 5 to 10 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
So I think would be really cool would be to get Tamora Morrison back, the actor that played Jango Fett. to come back as Boba Fett. And just kind of age him up, maybe make him look a little bit like old Rex from Rebels, and then have him be like maybe like the leader of like a different faction of Mandalorians.
I don't know why, but when you're trying to describe that, I was thinking of like Sub-Zero when it had like that brother with the scar on his face.
Oh God, yeah.
I was thinking of like, man, because there's two Sub-Zeros, but one of them is his brother, and I don't know why I thought that once he takes off his helmet, just a huge scar down his face.
You know what? It would work. In a sense, it would work, dude. Because I mean, in the books, you know, the Sarlacc pit chewed up and fucking melted everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, dude, I think that'd actually be a really cool concept. Would be like old man Boba, and he can be like the leader of like this outcast like Mandalorians.
I see what you
like,
mean. Yeah.
So we learn in the show that, you know, the Mandalorians aren't actually a race, but like a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Mandalorians were all killed off during the Clone Wars, and the guys now are people that adopt the lifestyle of the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
Because even back in episode 2, Attack of the Clones, George Lucas was talking about like, oh yeah, they're not actually Mandalorians. They just took up this lifestyle.
Yeah.
So Jango Fett isn't an actual Mandalorian. Boba Fett is an actual Mandalorian. They both live this lifestyle of the Mandos. But like the true Mandalorians, I think they died out like I don't know how many years before the events of the movies.
So then it's pretty much just like like a religion.
Yeah, you can think about it.
They actually
yeah.
took this, like a religion to actually say, like this is the way, and this is like like the party, and this is the way how to do like a lifestyle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that I think that actually be really cool. So hey, season 2, Old Man Boba. That's my vote. But dude, okay, so yeah, getting back to the original topic, Rosario Dawson. Ahsoka Tano. Yes or no? Are you on board?
Yes, I am. 100%.
Same here.
110%.
Same here, dude. Because I mean, I think she's gonna kill it. Even if it's just like an episode or two, like just a quick cameo.
Yeah.
It's able to set it up for a lot of like expanded universe stuff.
If they do it right, like season 1, that's another character that people will fall in love with.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think if I remember right, she was Fulcrum in Rebels. So she was the one that was getting all the spy information.
Yeah, exactly.
So if maybe she can continue on that train of thought of Fulcrum, kind of getting like the Mandalorian his job or his information. Maybe he's becoming more like a spy and starting to like help take down the Empire because they're still after Baby Yoda.
Yep.
So I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool too. Like maybe she pulls up her old contacts and shit like that.
That'd be badass.
That'd be cool.
That'd be badass.
And I just thought of something right now that I was gonna bring up about the whole Fulcrum thing, but anyways, yeah, I'll probably remember later.
He's like, fuck, what was it?
Yeah, I'll have to like edit in right now and something I remembered. But anyways, yeah, so that would be really cool if she came out as Fulcrum again, and she was giving off all the information and maybe he's off like wrecking shit for the Empire.
Yeah, I'm game. Totally game.
So dude, yeah, that's gonna be really good. So whether or not she's in there like enough or maybe just like an episode or two, either way, I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah, let's wrap it up there. That's gonna be Empire Nerd News number 2.
Woo-woo, number douche.
So again, we're gonna try to cut up the episodes. One maybe Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then our regular episode, which will be our main topic on Friday. So make sure you guys come back Friday. We're going to be covering Resident Evil 3 and the demo.
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll also be talking a little bit about Resistance. So we're going to see what that game's all about. And you know what? Hey, let's check this out together.
Stars.
So remember, hit up the Instagram page, Empire of Nerd Pod. You can follow us. I'm on the PokéTrooper, and Dr. Sink is at
Los Sneakers.
And you can see us there. Get all our new tips and tricks and tits and all that stuff you wanna learn from us. And hey, if you happen to see on the Instagram this weekend, I actually put on a really cool cooking tutorial in case Domino's fucks up your order.
Pretty much.
So I mean that was pretty fun.
But doesn't Domino's have like an insurance? If you drop it, you call. And
well, see, we didn't drop it. They just They didn't put the toppings.
Well, fuck it then.
We asked for a pepperoni and a sausage, and they gave us 2 cheese.
Hey man, I think they're trying to just look for your figure. But hey, whatever.
I don't know. Anyways,
cool,
yeah.
Man.
So come back Friday. See us again.
Peace.
I am the PokéTrooper.
Dr. Sneko.
All right, guys. Catch you later, nerds.